become a better asset? What else can I learn to produce a higher level of result? What new behavior can I gain? What new skill can I gain? And if you are in a constant pursuit of that, how do I think the classic line is, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Mr. Zig Ziglar, one of the originals. You can have everything in life you want if you just help enough other people get what they want. Cool. Okay. There you go. So, you know, as you guys watch the video that I sent to you guys, this is what it's all about, right? If you commit at a, you know, and it's just what level of commitment are you to really creating the results, right? Good. So let's dive into this next topic of database, and let's get rolling in here because this is a big topic. So the database, CRM, right? You guys all know what CRM stands for. It's your customer relation manager, or just that's a complicated version for just to say your contacts, right? If I were to look at your Gmail contacts, if I looked at your Outlook contacts, right? That's just your CRM, your customer relation management. So we're talking about your past clients. We're talking about your center or sphere of influence, people that you know you, friends, family, neighbors, people you do business with, you talk to, just everybody that you know, extended family, right? Old leads go into the database, old internet leads, and METs. You guys know what a MET is? A MET is, in Keller Williams' world, a MET is basically just means that someone that I met. I met you at an open house, right? Cool, I met you at an open house, put you in my database, right? I meet you at a party, boom, put you into the database, right? So just a MET, it's a good, some of you guys will work for Keller Williams agents. That's an important phrase. So the database is just kind of, if you were to grab my iPhone today, I have like 6,000 contacts in the iPhone. That's kind of my database. Right, that's what we're talking about here. So as a real estate agent, what's the goal? Well, the ultimate goal of a real estate agent is to have a big database that creates a certain amount of business every year. And the business is, new business with people doing business with me for the first time. This is my past clients, either doing repeat business, doing business with me again, or it is past clients referring me someone to do business with, and or it's someone that I know, a center of influence, a sphere of influence, referring me business of someone I don't know. So those are our 4 categories, okay? Those are the critical categories. So how do we ensure that the big database generates a certain amount of income every year? Well, it all depends on the marketing, mail marketing, online marketing, and the calling plan, right? Calling plan, that's where we come into play. Marketing goes out, e-newsletters, social media, this kind of exposure is happening consistently, and the calling plan into the database is really how you get great results. So question, where is your agent at with this whole thing? Okay, where are they at with this thing? So meaning, okay, well, how much business comes directly from their database? Very important to know. Do they even have a CRM, a customer relation manager, and a marketing plan? Now, I don't have a CRM and marketing plan as an agent, so I'm at a major disadvantage, and it's something that I'm going to work on, okay? Some of your clients have a huge CRM with an existing marketing plan. Some of them have an a beat up CRM or beat up database with a, kind of a shabby marketing plan. So, we got to kind of figure out where your boss is at with this CRM, their database, and the marketing plan, because you need to take personal responsibility for how you can help them create income out of this and figure out what you can do to turn this into a huge money-making machine. Do they need help updating their contacts in their CRM? Big time, right? Big time. What do I mean by updating? Well, if I grabbed your cell phone right now and I pulled up your contacts, how many people would I see that you've got a cell phone number, no home number, no Skype number, no email address, no physical mail address? Or I pull up your cell phone or your Gmail contacts and I have a email, no cell phone, and I have no home address, right? You see? Updating. So if I'm a real estate agent, I want my contacts to have cell phone, home phone, email address, and home address. Can you see that the home address is obviously very important to a real estate agent? Okay. Now, if I also had job occupation, that would be pretty awesome too. Job occupation. Now, if I had them in a particular category, that would be great too. Okay, can you see how important the database is for a marketing plan? And so there's a lot of updating to the contacts that would be hugely valuable to you. Okay, so one of the new clients who's hiring a virtual assistant for the first time, two of them actually, this is the only thing that they want for the first couple of months, is for the virtual assistant to learn the CRM, to go through their 500 contacts, update the information, and ask for a referral and do a customer service call. That's it. And they're going to go through one by one, plus connect the contact with some social media, right? Maybe friend request if they're not in it, plus, a business page request, plus LinkedIn request, plus call them, update all of the information, home phone, cell phone, email, physical address, home address, mail address, right? That's just one project that two of my new clients want their virtual assistant in my program to learn how to do. Plus, I'm going to teach them all the rest of the stuff. But that is a huge value add conversation. Okay? So with that, that's major. Do they have consistent mail marketing going out? Do they have consistent email newsletters going out? Right? Do they have consistent customer service calls? Ding, 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 ding. This is where you come into play. Consistent customer service calls. So, you guys have been prospecting, for a while. Do you think it'd be pretty easy just to call up, some of your clients, friends, family, past clients, and do a customer service call? Hey, I'm representing, Kai and Carly, and we're just checking in with you to see, do you have any real estate needs at this time? Wonderful. If there's anything we can do to help you, please let us know. Great. Boom. Do you know anyone who's thinking of buying, selling, or investing in real estate at this time? Yes. No. Great. Can I just update all your information? Here's what I've got. Boom, 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 boom. Update. Done. Okay. So that's huge. That needs to get done, right? Big time. So can you see what a value add that is for you to add to your boss? Okay? If you can become a major source, here's the game. If you can become a major source of helping to update as well as create new business from the database, truth is, that's job security. Big time, right? Big time job security right there. Great. So what's your boss's calling plan for their database? This is the question that you are going to need to ask. I'll let them know. I'll bring it up. But you need to ask. Old leads, right? You know, we got all kinds of old leads in there. Okay? Center of influence, sphere of influence, COI or SOI, center of influence, or sphere of influence, COI, SOI. Contact updates, whoops. Right? Social media connections, customer service calls, right? 1 to 4 times per year, question mark. Is this going to happen 1 or 4 times per year? Okay, what's the deal? Which one is it? So this is what we got to look at is, right, with the old leads, what's that? With the past, the center of influence, sphere of influence, updates, social media, customer service calls. Are we doing this 1 time per year, 2 times a year, 3 times a year, 4 times a year? What's the plan? Okay, so for example, one of my new clients, you know, Tiffany and Brandon Hawkins, you know, Tiffany's been in the real estate business for like 15 years, and her mom has been in the business before her. So she has 500 past clients, 500. She never calls them, hasn't even, you know, barely even emailed them, and has never marketed to them. I now have her marketing to them, and I've been all over their ass to call them. She never does it because she's too busy. So I said, fine, we're hiring a virtual assistant to do it, because we know she did such a great job with all of those people. They all like, trust, and respect her. But since they don't stay in touch, other real estate agents will get the business. So if you stay in touch, you increase the business. If you stay in touch, you don't lose the opportunities. If you stay in touch, you get more referrals. So what's the results that we're trying to create for our boss? Number 1, updated contact information, complete contact information. Fantastic. Number 2, way more referrals. Way more referrals. Okay? That means you ask for referrals. Do you know anyone who's thinking of buying, selling, or investing? Can you think of anyone in your church group, neighborhood, office that could use our service at this time? Just asking for a referral. Asking for a referral. Do you know anyone? Do you know anyone? And you know, every one of your bosses has a unique way of doing that. Some of them say, can you think of one person? Another one says, who do you know? Another one says, can you think of anyone? Those are 3 of the same question, just 3 different styles. Don't worry about it, right? Just do the style that your boss recommends, or just default to the one that I use. Either way is totally fine. Ask for more referrals. More touches to secure the on-the-fence business. What do I mean by this? So if we stay in consistent communication with people, the people that are on the fence will lean towards us versus go with someone else. So that's very particular in lead follow-up. If you follow up with the leads consistently, you build brand equity of an aggressive, consistent follow-up person. Do we lose more business because we over follow up on leads, or because we under follow up on leads? Which one do we lose more business with? Because we over followed up or we
Underfollow.
under follow? Right. So that's what I mean by more touches to secure the on-the-fence business, right? You being consistently. Increase the customer service as a result. Constantly just asking people, hey, is there anything we can do to help? Hey, is there any questions that you have about what's going on with real estate? Hey, is there anything that you need in the area of real estate? Hey, is there any services that we can be providing you at this time? Right? Increasing the customer service. Okay? Stronger branding. Just, consistent branding. Hey, this is Patrick, and I'm calling from the Kai and Carly Homes team, right? Kai and Carly Homes team, Kai and Carly Homes team. 4 times a year I get a call from someone from the Kai and Carly Homes team, right? Branding, branding, branding. The Jeff Quinton team, the John Hoffmeister at Remax, John Hoffmeister at Remax, Jason Abrams at Luxury Real Estate, Jason Abrams at Luxury Real Estate. Just consistent branding in the ear from our, from our database. Great result, right? So your job is to create your game plan with your boss. Have you mastered the CRM yet? Okay, most agents use Top Producer. Are you a master of Top Producer? Have you done the trainings? Have you done more research on Top Producer? If your boss has, contactually, are you effective there? If your boss has something else, are you effective there? Right? What CRM do they have? Have you learned all the features? And I promise you all this. Okay? CRMs, right? Salesforce, Top Producer, E-Edge of Keller Williams, some of the big Boomtown. If you learn how to navigate those CRMs really effectively, that is a major asset. That's a major, major for you as a business person in your life, for you as an employee, for you as someone who wants to earn more money. If you learn how to be very effective with contact management systems, that will guarantee a baseline of good income for you. So learn those. Go the extra step. Create a call schedule for every category in the database. What do I mean by that? Okay. So we've got our past clients. We've got our old leads. We've got our old internet leads. One of the new clients that just got hired has 500 old open house leads. 500 old open house leads. So guess what? I mean, we're going to call that probably 3 times this next year. So go through all 500 3 times. How does that schedule out? Plus, she has a bunch of past clients. Plus, she's got these other sources, so we got to create a nice little call schedule for each category. Okay? Create a daily and weekly schedule for these contacts. Okay, so when does this happen? How many do you need to talk to per week? Okay, so if I have 500, I want to talk to all 500 3 times this year. Interesting. Okay, 500 3 times this year. So how much time do I need to spend on the 500 per week to get through all 500 inside of 2 months, 3 months, so that I can do it 3 times this year? Well, so if there's 90 days, there's 60 business days in a quarter. There's 4 quarters in a year. So 60 divided by 500 is whatever that number is, like 4. So I might need to make 4 calls per business day over the course of a quarter to get through all 500. Or do I just do eight calls a day and just do it for a month and a half instead of 3? Better idea. Well, how much time does it take to do all those 8 calls? It takes about an hour. I've got to open up the system, and I'm going to rip through the calls. It takes me about an hour. Okay, well, I have, I'm part-time. I have 4 hours. I have 1 hour of training, and I have 3 hours of calling. So, I'll make that one of the 3 hours of calling. Then I can do 2 hours of calling with something else. See, I created my game plan. Or do I want to just do 3 hours in a row on one day and not have to be doing different things each day? So this week I'll do 3 hours on one day where I just do all of those. Gets me through my quota for the week, quota for the month, quota for the quarter. Right? Okay, so creating a daily, weekly schedule for these contacts with the numbers. With the numbers. Okay, so I didn't finish this, but you can see that, they're already, you got a lot to deal with. Right? Okay, so any questions about this whole conversation of CRM, database, the schedule, what has to happen, how this whole thing comes together?
No questions.
No questions. Yeah, baby. Okay,
Yeah.
so Darwin, everybody you're adding to the database, John has a marketing campaign, right, that produces awesome results. So you're doing nets, adding them into the database. He's putting them into a marketing campaign, and it's producing great results. Right?
Yep.
Okay. But is he getting to everything in the database, or should you be following up with the METs? Right? Once a month, every other month. What system is he putting them in so that you can now help him with that database? Are you adding those METs to his database and putting them into a particular category? Have you figured that out?
No, not yet. I haven't gotten to the Mets part. Basically, I've just been doing importing of data from RedX, and then creating different lists that he also calls on for expires and SOIs.
Right. Exactly. So that's the thing. Okay, so let's have a quick conversation about this, everybody. Okay. Most of your bosses are not thinking about what I just said, all of this kind of bigger picture shit. Very few of them are. Okay? So, like I know for Melanie, Jason, his database, disaster zone. Okay? For me, with Chris, I don't even have my freaking CRM, right? I'm new to San Diego. So it's not there yet. For some of your guys' bosses, the boss has already a really good relationship with their past clients, so their past clients are consistently contacted, but they never really have built the center of influence. They never really built the old leads into a CRM, right? So they never really even did that because there was no one to call. They're never going to get to it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So the stuff that I'm teaching you is I'm going to have to review it with your guys' bosses because they're kind of clueless in this category also. So see what it says right there. Create your game plan with your boss. Right? Do all of you guys want to make more money? What's the answer?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. All of you want to make more money. So how do you make more money?
Perform.
Nope.
Helping other people.
Yes. And who specifically?
My boss.
Your boss.
Right. So you create more value. You create a higher level of service and value to your boss regarding this conversation of database, and then you will make more money. Okay? So listen, I've had this conversation with real estate agents for a long time. They don't take action on it, though, because they're all too busy. They're too busy, right? You know, Krishna, Carly has a database of 3,000 people that get an email. Well, what the fuck are we supposed to do with that? There's nothing. There's nothing to do. So until they sit down and decipher of the 3,000 people who are getting the stupid email newsletter, who do we call? Right? So that's where most real estate agents are at. They're in this stuck spot, like, I don't know what to do with all this shit. Or I never did it, and I've been in the business for 10, 15, 20 years, and I've never done it, so therefore there's nothing there. Okay? So you bring more value to your boss by saying, Patrick was talking about, he said, you know, that what do you want me to ask? What's up with your database? What categories do you got? Center of influence, past clients, old leads. Which ones should I be following up with? What's the game plan for creating more referrals, creating more business, providing a higher level of customer service? How can I help update your database? How can I help you update all of your social media platforms? Yes?
Yes.
Or you guys can just cold call all day. I mean, it's up to you. I mean, you guys just want to, if you want to cold call all day, that's cool. Right?
Clear.
Yes.
Darwin, clear. Exactly. Right? Become a more valuable asset to your boss. Look for ways to become a more valuable asset. Okay? CRM, database, this is one of those ways.